Hey everybody, today I'm going to review one of, not the best movie ever made, but one of the greats, that consider one of the greatest films in AFI's vault of films ever made. And I'm talking about Gone with the Wind. Okay. This movie was made in 1938, the same year that Wizard of Oz was released, and this movie was released in 1939. And in 1940, it won for 10 Golden Globes, Oscars, in other terms. It won for Best Actor in a Dramatic Role, Best Actress in a Dramatic Role, Best Costume Design, Original Screenplay, Best Director, Best Set Design, Best Supporting Actress, which is Olivia de Havilland. Best Picture of the Year, and two more which I forget what they are. I know that's not professional to do a movie review, but it went for 10 Golden Globes, 10 Academy Awards, Oscars. Now, why does this stand the test of time? This stands the test of time because it was the first movie to have the word damn in it. First movie to show a child die in it. First movie to give birth to common phrases we use today, like, as God is my witness, I'll never go hungry again, or as God is my witness, I'll never be poor again, or as, well, that's kind of outdated and not factual anymore. Or, as God is my witness, I'll put my foot up your ass, which is from the show, the 70s show, which Red tells Eric when he sees them watching Gone with the Wind on VHS, and he says, Eric, as God's my witness, I'll put my foot up your ass, which is the phrase that Red used, and I'll put my foot up your ass, and that's another phrase that we got from another television/movie. First movie to talk about sex and the birth of children without saying the words sex or pregnant. Those are just some reasons why it stands the test of time, and the stars Clark Gable as Captain Rhett Butler and Vivien Leigh as Scarlett O'Hara. Now, this film could be categorized as a classic film. It could also be categorized as a drama film. It could be also categorized as a dark comedy. It could be categorized as a war film. It could also be categorized as a period piece and a romantic film. 6 different categories. And this film is important to cinema history. This introduced a lot of stuff that was not talked about in film, like sex or pregnancy. When people seen the movie, they were flabbergasted that they even talked about it without actually saying the word sex or pregnant. And they were also flabbergasted. A lot of older people fainted when Rhett Butler says, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," and he just walks out the door. Some people were flabbergasted by it because they're like, he said damn, he said a curse word in a movie. There were a board of directors for MGM. There were many boards of directors at the MGM studio. Who seen this movie, and they agreed on letting the scene stay in because the word damn didn't imply those damn Yankees. No, they didn't. It didn't imply that, but it implied, like, I don't give a damn about this. They allowed it for that reason. It was a different board of directors at MGM who previewed the movie. It wouldn't be in the movie. This film, though, takes place in the Old South. It's an adaptation of Margaret Mitchell's book, Gone with the Wind, which was a bestseller in the early 30s. And when Victor Fleming seen this, when I was taking on the challenge of making Wizard of Oz, he thought, what the hell, I'll take this challenge on. And he did. This is one of Victor Fleming's best films he ever made as a filmmaker. And this film also has a lot of appearances by people who would be big stars, like George Reeves. He's in this movie. He plays one of the twins. And there's another actor in there who plays Gerald O'Hara. And you might recognize his face. He's George Mitchell. I don't know. If I'm right, he played the uncle in It's a Wonderful Life. This film has a lot of people in it who were already big stars, and some people who would become big stars, and their lives would end tragically. Needless to say, Gone with the Wind, even though it has some racist moments in it, even though it takes place in the Confederate slave South, it's still one of the greatest films ever made. Not the best film ever made, but it's one of the greatest films ever made, next to Citizen Kane. So if you have not seen this movie, if I were you, I would watch it. You'll be mesmerized by this film. It's such a great film. And it was shot in Technicolor, which was a first for its time, along with the first ever moving title. I hope you enjoyed this movie review.